Good morning. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to stand before you today, representing the Rwandan Patriotic Front, RPF Inkotanyi, to address this distinguished gathering of the National Resistance Movement. On behalf of His Excellency, President Paul Kagame, Chairman of the RPF and President of the Republic of Rwanda, and on behalf of the entire RPF family, I extend warm and fraternal greetings to you. Your Excellency, Mr. President, the bond between the RPF and the NRM is not merely political. It is historical, it is ideological, and it has been deeply rooted in our shared vision for the dignity, sovereignty, and emancipation of our respective peoples. It is well-rooted in our shared pro-people-centeredness approach to national governance. We are brothers and sisters in struggle. We have been forged in the fires of resistance against oppression and united by a commitment to self-reliance, Pan-Africanism, and transformational leadership. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the legacy of NRM as a liberation movement has evolved into a legacy of innovation, of resilience, and of sustained economic empowerment. This again, Your Excellency, was a shared call of our time to build our nations that are sovereign, not only in politics, but also in thoughts, ideology, and technology and economy. The NRM is therefore more than a political organization. It is a liberation movement that transformed into an incredible nation-building force. To this, allow me, Mr. President, to congratulate you on your visionary leadership and people-centered governance in shaping a prosperous future for Uganda. Excellency Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to our shared Pan-Africanism ideology, we share a common critical understanding that regional integration is not a choice. It is a necessity. Allow me to reiterate our support to NRM and Uganda's spirit to champion African solutions to African problems through homegrown policies embedded in your national values and aspiration. To this, I wish also to reiterate RPF commitment to strengthen the East African community as a platform for economic growth, security, cooperation, and indeed people-to-people exchanges. Your Excellency, distinguished delegates, as I conclude, allow me to mention that RPF Inkotanyi remains steadfast in its solidarity with NRM. Together to chart the next phase unity and vision. Your Excellency, sir, let me conclude here and wish long live to the NRM. Long live to the RPF in Watanyi. Long live to Pan-African unity. I thank you very much.
May we give a befitting round of applause to RPF. Asante sana. Thank you, Comrade Secretary General of RPF. Next, we have UDA of Kenya, United Democratic Alliance of Kenya. It's the party of Comrade President Ruto. It's a party full of very strong people, very focused leaders. Your Excellency, as the Secretary General of UDA comes, I may wish to request that I remind you, when we were student leaders and you mobilized us, I was together with the Comrade AZAM, who is now the Secretary General of UDA. By that time, there was tension between the Arabs and Africans. We were very active student leaders, and we thought we could mobilize the youth of East Africa to divert the Nile from flowing to Sudan. That was when you wrote a letter and asked that we should get a book written by a lady called Alima Bashir from Darfur. She wrote about the plight of the people of Africa in Sudan. I need to invite and introduce my comrade Senate Omar Hassan, to come and give his solidarity remarks.
NRM hoye! NRM hoye! President Museveni hoye! President Museveni hoye! Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, President of the Republic of Uganda, and the Commander, the Vice Chairman, Secretary General, distinguished members of the NRM Central Executive Committee, honorable delegates, all cadres of the NRM, fellow comrade secretary generals of political parties represented here, friends, ladies and gentlemen. Because I am Kenyan and East African, I will remind you all that we recently hosted Chan jointly. When Kenya lost in the quarterfinals, all Kenyans were rallying behind Uganda. But I know one day we shall not have a Kenya team. One day we will not have a Uganda team. Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. I am deeply honored to address this important congregation, the NRM Delegates Conference of the Revolutionary Party, which has laid the unbending foundation of the modern Ugandan nation state. At this juncture, let me take this opportunity, Mr. President, on behalf of the United Democratic Alliance, and in particular, on behalf of our party leader, His Excellency Dr. William Samoei Ruto, to convey his fraternal greetings of peace, unity, progressive partnership, and equally congratulate you on his behalf on your election as chairman of NRM and on your nomination as the party's presidential candidate in the next year's general election in February. You know, I'm also an alumna of Nali. Tunasema hongera sana. Ongeza tena. Your Excellency, General Museveni, allow me to make special mention and extend my sincere gratitude to my long-term friend, as he has referred me to, my brother, the Secretary General, who on your behalf invited us to this robust gathering. About 3 decades ago, powered by a youthful quest for Africa's transformation, destiny summoned us to progressive struggle. Richard Todwong, then Speaker of the Makerere University Students Guild, and I doubling up as the chairman of the Moi University Students Organization and the Kenya National Students Union, KENASU. With comrades from the South, we aspired and toiled for a prosperous Africa. Our paths, dear comrade, have once again crossed. Richard Todwong as Secretary General of the NRM and I as Secretary General of the United Democratic Alliance. It is with the same conviction, Your Excellency, that I believe all of Africa's path will cross once again and sweep away the artificial borders of colonial division that separate us. Here in the East, there will be no Ugandans, Kenyans, Tanzanians, Rwandans, Burundians, South Sudanese or Congolese or Somalis, but just East Africans in pursuit of a common destiny and shared prosperity. And as President Museveni said, strategic security. If you face your bombs against us, we defend our people. The NRM has metamorphosed over time into one of Africa's liberation movement that is more stable, visionary, and ideologically grounded. I therefore salute the transformative leadership of His Excellency General Yoweri Museveni, who has over the decades steered NRM and Uganda through challenging tides and with clarity of purpose and Pan-African commitment, thus making Uganda a beacon of political stability, economic resilience, and ideological consistency. We salute you, Your Excellency. The NRM has stayed true to its founding principles of patriotism, Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and democracy. These principles have not only transformed Uganda's internal governance, but has also made NRM a pillar of regional diplomacy, conflict resolution, continental thought leadership, and the citadel of Pan-Africanism and Pan-African struggle. The United Democratic Alliance, though a younger party, finds deep ideological convergence with the NRM. In fact, my party leader, His Excellency President William Ruto, has deep love and profound affection for Honorable Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as a beacon where we can all learn from. Both parties believe that economic empowerment of the common citizens is not a slogan, but a duty. UDA's bottom-up economic transformation agenda, Better, shares the same spirit of NRM's pro-people, grassroots-centered and based model of wealth creation. UDA and NRM share a firm belief in sovereignty and Pan-Africanism. We resist foreign ideological manipulation to promote African solutions for African problems. We must have the African Union play a pivotal role in resolving all of Africa's challenges. This spirit, exemplified by the East African Community's revival and the vision of an integrated Africa, is a principle that binds us, both the NRM, the UDA, and all the parties that wish to liberate Africa. As we gather here in Kampala, we are not just celebrating the strength of the NRM, we are reaffirming the shared dreams of our people, the ideological unity of our movements, and the duty we owe to our next generation. In the words of Mwalimu Julius Nyerere, unity will not make us rich, but it will make it difficult for Africa to be disregarded and humiliated. Let us rise together as the vanguard of self-reliant, free-thinking, and economically empowered Africa. Your Excellency, the UDA party wishes you and the NRM victory in next year's general elections. I am sure you will win it, and shares in your aspirations as you leap into a middle-income economy, and say also as we leap into an East African Federation in the years to come, so that before we all part, we have been able to realize that dream. Long live NRM! Long live NRM. Long live President Museveni. I am here with a number of officials from the UDA. We have the Executive Director, Mr. Nicodemus Bore. We have a member of the elections of the elections board. When I tell you we must cancel the borders that divide us as a nation or as nations, Farah Etiang is a Teso from Kenya who is a member of the elections board of the UDA party. We also have the special advisor in the office of the Secretary General, Sebastian Mwangangi. And I have given the protocol of the NRM gifts for some of our comrades here today, to the National Chairman and Mama Janet Museveni, to the NRM Secretary General, to the Honorable Diana who picked me up from the airport, Minister of State in the Vice Presidency, to fellow colleagues, Secretary Generals of the ANC, RPF, the South Sudan SPLM, and the CNDD-FDD from Burundi, and definitely, God bless you.
Thank you, Comrade Senator Hassan. Thank you, UDA. Send our greetings and love to His Excellency President Ruto. May we give him a better round of applause. Asante sana. Thank you. Next, we have Burundi. Burundi is another country and the party that we work with closely. We thank them so much for coming. We are in solidarity with all of them. And indeed, we keep learning from each other. As they come, we revolutionary parties in Africa, we need to keep being conscious about our environment, about what our population consumes in terms of news, in terms of food, in terms of medicine, in terms of all sorts of ideological diversion. The challenge ahead is heavy. We need to preserve our revolutions. We need to preserve our population, because the war we are in is a long-term strategic war that the African revolutionary parties should stand tall and firm against. Madam, you're most welcome.
NRM oye! Mheshimiwa Rais wa Jamhuri ya Uganda na mwenyekiti wa chama tawala NRM, Mheshimiwa Katibu Mkuu wa chama tawala NRM, waheshimiwa wa Uganda mlioko mahali hapa, amani ya Bwana iwe pamoja nanyi. Awali ya yote tunashukuru kwa mwaliko mwema na tukufu kwa chama chetu CNDD-FDD pamoja na wananchi wa Burundi kwa ujumla. Ili tunatoa salamu za chama tawala CNDD-FDD Burundi na wanachama wake pamoja na wananchi wa Burundi kwa ujumla. Tatu, tunawapongeza kwa hatua ya kidemokrasia na maendeleo kwa kadri mlivyofanya kwa udi na uvumba kujenga taifa lenu kwa mafanikio kama alivyoeleza rais wenu hiyo jana. Nne, tunawatakia uchaguzi mwema wa amani, demokrasia na utulivu wa mwaka 2026 na tunawatakia ushindi mnono usio na mawaa. Mungu awatangulie katika uchaguzi huo. Mungu awaongoze katika maji ya utulivu, awalaze katika kijani kibichi, gongo lake na fimbo lake likapate kuwaongoza. Mwisho, Mungu ibariki NRM, Mungu ibariki CNDD-FDD, Mungu ibariki Burundi, Mungu ibariki Uganda, Mungu ibariki Afrika Mashariki. Asanteni sana. Ujumbe huu umeongozwa na mjumbe na mbunge Beninye Rurahinda ambaye ni mshauri wa katibu mkuu chama tawala nchini Burundi. Mama, tumpigie makofi. Nilioko mahali hapa ni mjumbe wa chama tawala, lakini pia nikiwa ni katibu mkuu Wizara ya Vijana, Michezo na Utamaduni. Ninaitwa Riziki Jacob. Asante sana.
Asante. Thank you. For those who may not have followed Kiswahili, he was thanking NRM for inviting them, pledging that we shall keep working together and consolidating our relationship to build a stronger party-to-party relationship as we continue working together. Next, we have Sahrawi Republic. Sahrawi Republic is represented by none other than the Speaker of the Parliament. In the hierarchy, the Secretary General is the head of state. Therefore, he could not come on the invitation of the Secretary General of NRM. They have delegated the Speaker of the Assembly to come and represent the country and the party. We welcome you so much, and we thank you for coming in solidarity with NRM. We've been working closely. We understand the struggle you're going through. We stand with you in solidarity for total liberation of Sahrawi Republic, and we believe and pray that the African spirit will make you attain final victory against adversaries. May we welcome the Speaker of Sahrawi Republic, who is coming to give us a solidarity message. Mr. Speaker, you're most welcome.
NRM, oye! NRM, oye! Uganda, oye! Excellency President, oye! فخامة الرئيس يوري موسيفيني، فخامة الرئيس فخامة ريتشارد الأمين العام لحزب الحركة الوطنية للمقاومة، أصحاب السعادة، أعضاء الحكومة والبرلمان المحترمين، الأمناء العامون وممثلي الأحزاب المدعوة، السيدات والسادة، السلام عليكم. فخامة الرئيس باسم قيادة ومناضلين جبهة البوليزاريو وباسم الشعب الصحراوي وأصالة عن نفسي أود أن أنقل إلى فخامتكم وإلى الشعب الأوغندي الشقيق تحيات أخيكم فخامة السيد إبراهيم غالي، الأمين العام لجبهة البوليزاريو رئيس الجمهورية الصحراوية، الذي كلفني بتمثيله في هذا المؤتمر الوطني للمندوبين، لأقدم لكم السيد الرئيس جزيل الشكر على دعوتكم الكريمة. إنه لشرف عظيم لي أن أكون هنا في بلدكم الجميل لولة إفريقيا ممثلا لشعبي وبلدي، ليشارككم هذه اللحظة التاريخية التي تجسد قوة واستمرارية النضال الذي خاضته حركة المقاومة الوطنية بقيادتكم وبرؤيتكم الثاقبة في ازدهار البلاد وبناء تاريخها المعاصر. ومنذ ذلك الحين رسخت حركة المقاومة الوطنية للشعب الأوغندي العظيم عملية تعافي شاملة، وأحدثت تحولا واسع النطاق في المشهد الاجتماعي والاقتصادي لبلدكم. نفخر في جبهة البوليزاريو بالروابط التاريخية والراسخة التي تربطنا بحركة المقاومة الوطنية الأوغندية تحديداً، وبالإطار العام لحركات التحرر الوطني الإفريقية، في سياق نضالنا المشترك ضد جميع أشكال الاستعمار. لطالما أكد قادتنا الأفارقة في الماضي كما في الحاضر، أمثال كوامي نكروما ونيلسون مانديلا وفخامة الرئيس يوري موسيفيني، أن تحرير إفريقيا لن يكتمل إلا بتحرير جميع شعوبها على قرار شقيقكم الشعب الصحراوي. وفي هذا الصدد فخامة الرئيس لا يزال الشعب الصحراوي يعتمد على دعمكم وتضامنكم ومناصرتكم المعهودة حتى تحقيق كامل مبادئ وأهداف الاتحاد الإفريقي على نهج الآباء المؤسسين، واستكمالا لمسيرة تحرير قارتنا الحبيبة وتصفية الاستعمار منها. شكرا جزيلا لكم. عاشت الحركة الوطنية للمقاومة، عاشت أوغندا في سبيل الله والوطن.
NRM oye! NRM oye! For God and my country.
The speaker's message is being translated. I could tell you are wondering how you could clap. Me, I was following, but you are not clapping with me. The sign language interpreter was also stuck, like me. That is why you should learn many other languages. May the speech be translated for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Secretary General of the party NRM, for helping. His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, His Excellency Todd Wong, Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement NRM, Your Excellencies, distinguished member of government and parliament, Secretaries General and representative of the invited party, Ugandan fellow, Ugandan delegates coming from across Uganda, my colleagues in national media, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellency, Mr. President, on behalf of the leadership, comrades of the Frente Polisario, and on behalf of the Sahrawi people, I would like to convey to Your Excellency and to the brotherly people of Uganda the greetings of your brother, His Excellency, and the President of Sahrawi Republic, His Excellency Ibrahim Gali, who has entrusted me with representing him at this National Delegates Conference, and we're transmitting to Your Excellency, Mr. President, our many thanks for this kind invitation. It is a great honor for me to be here in your beautiful country, the Pearl of Africa, representing my people and my country, and to share with you this historic moment, which embodies the strength and continuity of the struggle waged by the national resistance movement of NRM, under your wise leadership, and with the visionary guidance that profoundly transformed the country and its contemporary history since then. Your Excellency, President, we in the Frente Polisario are proud of the historical and deep-rooted ties that bind us to the Ugandan national resistance movement, in particular and to the African National Liberation Movement in general in our common struggle against all forms of colonialism. Our fathers, past and present, such as Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela, Julius Nyerere, present, such as Kwame Nkrumah, Nelson Mandela, Julius Nyerere, Robert Mugabe, and Your Excellency President Museveni, you have always emphasized that Africa's liberation will not be complete until all its people are liberated, including your brotherly people, the Sahrawi people. In this regard, Your Excellency, Mr. President, the Sahrawi people continue to count on your long-standing support, solidarity, and advocacy and the full realization of the principles and objectives of the African Union, following the path of the founding fathers and completing the process of liberating and decolonizing our beloved continent. Thank you very much. Long live for national resistance. Long live Uganda for good and manufacturing. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament of Sahrawi. May we give them a round of applause. Asante sana. Two more speeches, and we shall move to the next program. We have Venezuela and SPLM. SPLM will conclude. After they have concluded, I also, Your Excellency, I have a message from Russia, the United Russia Party, that I'll read, and we shall invite you. NRM, you are loved by many people. Your Excellency, our chairman is admired by many. We have got apologies from many other parties. ZANU-PF party sent us apologies. Frelimo of Mozambique also have sent us apologies. We have quite a number of apologies, but next time we are sure they will all be here with us in solidarity. They do this because they admire NRM of how we have withered all sorts of internal and external stress and challenges. And so most of these revolutionary parties look at NRM as a symbol of unity, firmness, and commitment to the African cause. May we have Venezuela. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much. Uganda, oye. NRM, oye. Museveni, oye. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, chairman of the National Resistance Movement. Honorable Secretary General, members of National Center Committee, distinguished international delegates, dear camaradas of the NRM, please receive Bolivarian Chavista and Revolutionary greeting for the land of the Libertador, Simón Bolívar and Hugo Chávez Frías. From the President of the United States Socialist Party of Venezuela, Nicolás Maduro Moros, and other members on the leadership in the organization. It is a great honor for our delegation to participate in this National Delegates Conference. We express the collective will and firm determination of the Uganda people to direct our destiny. PCV is a political force that represents the will of the Venezuelan people in the construction of Bolivarian socialism, the defense of national sovereignty and the promotion of just and pluripolar world. Excellencias, Venezuela reafirma its commitment to the construction of the multipolar world based on mutual respect and determination and social cooperation. Our presencia in Africa and geopolitical vision that recognizes the strategic role of the African continent in the global balance. In the sense, the Bolivarian diplomacy of peace promoted by President Nicolás Maduro Moros seeks the strength alliances with government and movements such as NRN that defend sovereign social justice and regional integration. The historical ties that unite Africa and Venezuela are wrought in shared struggle for independence to build together a new international order. In particular, Venezuela and Uganda have been building relations of cooperation and mutual understanding, based on respect for sovereignty, self-determination, and the pursuit of social justice. We value Uganda's role on the African continent as a force for regional integration, peace and development, and reiterate our willingness to deepen political dialogue, economic exchange, and cultural between our people. The NRM has accompanied the PSV and has witnessed our victorias in Venezuela. Thank you. In that regard, we wish to alert and share with the international community the serious terror and action of war to which our country is currently subject. We are facing an aggressive escalation unprecedented in recent years. In the last few weeks, we have witnessed two simultaneous and coordinated moves, a tangible military deployment and psychological and media war. I met a second of government in Venezuela will script, fabricate, recycle, and fall in the past. From Venezuela, we call for action and solidarity. We alert the international community to avoid a repetition of catastrophic war, based on only and will call for the unity of people and sovereign governments to defend the United Nations Charter. PSUV están firmes with the NRA ship between our two parties will continue to strangers serving us and bridging for wider cooperation. Comrades, our task as revolutionary forces is to stand united, defend our sovereignty, and build together a future of equality and peace for our people. From Venezuela, we reaffirm our solidarity with the NRM and with the people of Uganda. Together, we continue towards the path of resistance, unity, and peace. Congratulations for the success of this conference. You are an example of discipline, leadership, Uganda, and struggle and stability for the region and to all Africa. Viva Uganda, viva NRM, viva Venezuela, viva international solidarity. Long live Presidente Museveni. God bless you all. Bendiciones para todos. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Gracias. NRM oye! May we give Venezuela a round of applause. Asante sana. May I invite SPLM as the last party to give a solidarity message this afternoon. But as they come, allow me read, Your Excellency, a message written to you by the chairman of United Russia Party, Mr. Dmitry Medvedev, from Moscow. Dear Mr. Museveni, please accept my sincere congratulations on the occasion of the National Delegates Conference of the National Resistance Movement. For many years, the National Resistance Movement has been playing the key role in the political and economic development of Uganda, the country's process. Indisputable authority among Ugandan people. I am confident that the decisions adopted during the conference will allow the party to secure strong positions in a run-up to the general elections scheduled for the beginning of 2026. The partnership between Moscow and Kampala is founded on the friendship evolved during Uganda's struggle for independence. I am confident that mutually beneficial relations between our countries will continue to strengthen steadily in bilateral and multilateral formats, including within the Russia-Africa Summit framework. We look forward to the deepening of multifaceted cooperation between the All-Russian Political Party, United Russia, and the National Resistance Movement, including on the platform of the International Anti-Colonial Movement for the Freedom of Nations. I wish the participants of the conference fruitful activities, and to you, dear Mr. Museveni, good health, further success, and all the very best. Comrade Chairman, United Russia Party. Asante sana.
Yep. NRM, oye! SPLM, oye! Your Excellency, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, NRM Secretary General, all delegates to the National Conference, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, on behalf of the conference, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, on behalf of the SPLM and people of South Sudan, I convey to you special greetings from the chairman of the SPLM and the President of the Republic of South Sudan, His Excellency, Comrade General Salva Kiir Mayardit. SPLM is grateful and happy to be a part of this great historic move and effort of building Pan-African agenda to liberate the African peoples and reinstate their distorted image by the colonizer. We are ever ready to join the NRM and commit ourselves and contribute towards the realization of this goal. In this historical conference, each one of you came carrying the hopes and aspirations of your people. You are coming to do specific party functions, enduring all party programs and upcoming general election in 2026. By the end of this national conference, each one of you would have known the duties and tasks you will carry to build not only the party, but the country for which you have taken allegiance. NRM came a long way. It transformed itself through many phases. Today's conference is one of the best, which both party cadres and national programs are geared towards building the country. In recent months, NRM party cadres have been fiercely contesting in party primary elections across the country. Some NRM members were elected by their constituencies, others succumbed to failures. Let unity lead in all these processes. Never divide yourself because of choices your constituencies have or your party will make. The basis of our comradeship is adherence to our party's discipline. As party cadres, you are coming from every corner of the country. You are here to fulfill the mandate you were sent for. The party's constitution and guiding principles will guide you to deliver to the constitution, and guiding principle will guide you to deliver to your people at every level you serve. Do not squander that golden chance. Comrades, 2025-26 national election theme is very clear: protecting the gains as we make a quantitative leap into the high middle income status. In your journey to implement the above party election theme in the manifesto, you have to be determined and focused. We thank His Excellency President Museveni, the NRM chairman, for pioneering the path and leading the ideas and action that have now transformed politics in Uganda and beyond. The Pan-African agenda, as we share in both SPLM and NRM, present shared future that is very fundamental to achieving the true African unity and continental peace, where no one nation threatens the existence of another. As NRM cadres, you have to persuade others, political parties and non-partisan citizens to sing your gospel of development and lifting Uganda out of poverty once and forever. Obtaining a middle income status is a great desire target that every African country must wish for itself. Dear delegates, the journey that brought you here started long time ago, since the day of NRM took up arms to fight for the democratic transformation of Uganda. Many party organs conducted several meetings and conferences to validate the call for service delivery. Today, it is the culmination of those great meetings into this national conference. For the cause of your people, you came from across the country. You are here representing the voice of the needy who seek for better services in the districts and villages up to the parish level. In Africa, to say, in political seats, demand better work for the people. We are all servants of the people. Comrades, your task is to live to that expectation and to rally behind the NRM leadership, especially the presidential flag bearer, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. The great son of Africa and Pan-Africanist will continue to spearhead the implementation of NRM party manifesto you developed for 2026 general election. We need unity of purpose. If it is your time to lead as a party cadre, lead with dignity and guidance from the leadership to succeed. We in the SPLM will continue to work together with NRM as it has been during the liberation struggle. As the SPLM Secretary General, I will work closely with my colleagues, Right Honorable Richard Togwan, Secretary General of the National Resistance Movement, NRM, our bilateral cooperation and sisterly approach to maintain steady development of our countries with Uganda. Uganda is hosting hundreds of our refugees. We continue to thank you for protecting and giving opportunities to our people. South Sudan will continue to foster opportunities and strengthen the shared economic benefit within East Africa. Currently, the conditions in South Sudan are more favorable for investment and economic recovery than before, and especially in the investment and economic in the oil sector, agriculture, infrastructure construction, and mining. The SPLM NRM files on cooperation, especially learning from each other, will be fast-tracked during my tenure. We shall work hard to implement the most needed political education for our young cadres, especially the youth, women, and veterans. Ladies and gentlemen, the NRM National Delegates Conference came at the right time when Africa is seeking unity for its people. The setback caused by instability in the world should not distract us from development. By coming together at this conference, you are securing the future of the people of Uganda, East Africa, and the world. South Sudan joins you in the fight for African unity, a journey that Dr. John Garang, David Bior, and his colleagues fought for to liberate the people of South Sudan from a repressive regime that didn't recognize the existence of the African people, the very people that attained their civilization way ahead of others. I would like to conclude by pledging that SPLM will always work in solidarity with NRM to be characterized by seriousness of purpose, commonalities of ideas, and sense of mission. I call upon the NRM leadership to support general election in December in 2026, join hands with South Sudan to fight terrorism and build a democratic Pan-African agenda. As things stand today in South Sudan, about 90% of the agreement has been implemented. The title and the little unfinished part of this agreement could be completed by December this year. By the end of 2025, we would have implemented all the core articles of the agreement, and the parties are ready to head for election. The SPLM is among the political parties that are championing democratic election in December 2026. We are therefore asking for the NRM leadership and the people of Uganda to support democratic general election in December 2026. We must stand together and reject obnoxious policies in any forum, regional or international, wherever they are advocated, and B, oppose to those policies that are intended to dismantle sovereignty of other nations. Let us continue the good work we have started from the liberation movement to government so that the people worldwide know that peace and stability are permanently sustained because we have built a strong Pan-African political foundation based on respect for one another and mutual benefit and cooperation for all. Long live the two presidents, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit and His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. Long live the solidarity between two political parties, SPLM and RM. Long live Pan-African spirit. God bless you. Africa, oye! 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 Present here with me, I came with a delegation. Here I have our delegation composed of Comrade Bol McQueen Yul, here, Secretary for Political Affairs and Mobilization. Comrade Dr. John Oriem, Secretary for Research and Training. Deputy Secretary Comrade Angelina Maker, Secretary for External Relations. We have Comrade Edward Joseph, Executive Director, and we have Comrade Maket Ater, Protocol Director. We are grateful for the reception and may God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. NRM, can we give a befitting round of applause to SPLM? Asante sana. Our national chairman, His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has a gift to each and every delegation. And I say, like what is said in the Bible, may the last become the first. So I would request SPLM to move straight to the tent of President Yoweri Museveni to receive your gift. You'll be followed by Venezuela. After Venezuela, we shall have Sarawi, Burundi, UDA, all the way from Zombo. These are the Kebus. They have some special rare things to show to us today. It's been a lovely day, and please, 2-3 songs, and the Master of Ceremonies will pick up from there. We shall be reading the resolutions of the conference. We shall be introducing to you new leaders you have elected. Then the national chairman will give his closing remarks and blessings to everybody, and we shall depart after lunch. That is how the program will run. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Secretary General. Your Excellency, you demanded for this group Kebu from Zombo when you returned the nomination papers at the party headquarters. Excellency, Daddy Andre may not be here, but your sons and grandchildren, your Ranger group from Gulu, they are here. Your Ranger simply means the path is clear. Your path, Your Excellency. The 26 is very clear. Here they are.
I was a champion, you were a champion, Museveni champion, Kaguta champion, yellow, because it's a champion. It's DJ Shafiq Wave. Gaan Dubai Kwara Ole Kwara Beitema Aye Koya Dubai Koya, Ikabe Kumani dropping, Dubai Koya, who will maintain in Nera, Dubai Koya, put your way in Nera, Dubai Koya, Dubai Koya, Betema, put your Gaan, Ola Yekwara, Betema,
Hello. Microphone. NRMOye. Let's stretch your start. DJ, play for us a tune from Buganda. We want to see how the Bugandas dance. Basogas, be ready. Itesos, be ready. Karamajongs, be ready. Ha ha. We're all going to test how you dance. Banyoros, be ready. Western, be ready.
Your Excellency, Western Nile is ready.
DJ, tune for us those music. We want everybody on the floor.
Western Nile.
Hello. I want to do this in an orderly manner. May you move to the floor and I see how you dance. NRMOye.
Oh yeah.
DJ, I want to see them on the floor. Move.
Could you please come up?
Talya, yanyumiza abalangira ababiri, yanyumiza Ssemakokiro n'Ejjunju. Aliwo omutima anyambe ku mboozi, muzzukulu wa Ssekaba Kyakoona, neripite Bulagere n'Abajjunju. Walaalaala ne Ssemakokiro naye nga waliawo, Kabaka yeebale, bonna bayimbako siyagala yogera. Ssemakokiro abo balangira ddala, ali bakwatako buli mw'ekyomuliro. Ssemakokiro n'Ejjunju wabo mu nnyango, ani aliyawula Obuganda n'engoma. Ssemakokiro n'Ejjunju oyo talibaayo, tubafunye Obuganda bwetali. Ssemakokiro n'Ejjunju balangira ddala. 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 Bulade Obuganda bulade. Ssemakokiro n'Ejjunju tuyedde Abaganda tuyedde. Ssemakokiro n'Ejjunju abali
Members, I want you to see the beauty of Uganda. Listen to the song and the rhythm. See the dancing.
Ngamba mame yanzala, wangala mukwano wangala. Ssemakokiro sene ebyafaayo biragula ebiriddawo. Balwana netufuna eddembe ng'abapatali banneezinira amazina.
Thank you. Can we have from Western Uganda? Western Uganda, move to the floor. This is West Nile. West Nile, I can see them on the floor. Bunyoro prepare. Western Uganda prepare. Cultural mix.
Polisi bikima tegima aroto tezi mupima gania benta azoro batima aroto tezi magami tepia ojo piri tekima doyo bomadini moya bomadini tiba kosidoyo wawo bomadini tiba kosidoyo mandila amuringwaya bomadini tiba kosidoyo wawo bomadini tiba kosidoyo mandila amuringwaya bakokoro wala dunia marumaniditi adusi otu adini likitoru ungola yaridima kirikiri ikwamaza ungola do yaridima fo kirikiri moumibuya yawuni madia otopola tomisi degomala kirikiri idima angarira ikwamaza ya Consider mandina mamuri waya Madoma nibiti consider yo wawo Madoma nibiti consider yo mandina mamuri waya
Thank you. Can we have another one? Another sub-region?
Another boy!
You already know Omukaro Goku Aliyoto mwana Omutima gwona mama abaguru sibazijwale amabuko wanyo tukwita kimuri change tukutwale emozi zanjye baby wentura emozi zanjye baby wentura obulungi buzarwa ono wanga kazarwa oh baby amaisoga wagenyana ono mwana kakura isenga kyona kahana owanyu chande nunjura byone byawe mari bimara 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 nkafuna iwe mari nkamaro nkamaro baby wentura engozi zanjye baby wentura
Your Excellency Sebei I prepare for Rwenzori, Chigezi, Ankole, Bunyoro, Langis, Karamojong. We want to see you on the floor as we prepare to receive our resolutions for the conference, and we shall receive the address by the national chairman and other communications. We thank you so much. Next time you're coming, bring for us your music from your area. May we resume our seats? We are going to dance. There is time for dancing. Let us resume our seats and we receive the resolutions of the conference. May we resume our seats? Your Excellency, the chairman of our party, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Right Honorable Deputy Speaker of Parliament, the first National Vice Chairman of the party, the second National Vice Chairperson of the party, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, members of the Central Executive Committee of the party, ministers, members of SEC, delegates, good afternoon. Mr. President, with your permission, allow me to read the resolution of the conference. Resolutions of the National Conference of the National Resistance Movement held at Kololo National Ceremonial Ground from 27 national as the nation and people over the last 5 years, deeply mindful of our place and role in the new becoming and fundamental unity, socio-economic transformation of Africa, and trajectory into the future, rightfully proud of our identity and purpose as one of the liberation movements of Africa, having received the report, recommendations and resolutions of the National Executive Council in its sitting of the 23rd August 2025, having listened and warmly received the inspiring keynote address of the National Chairperson, clearly reflective of our historical, traditional, and practice in the struggle against enemies of Mother Africa, as well as our relentless and successful journey into a fully transformed and united Africa. Having received a report of the Secretary General on the managerial and administrative tasks and challenges within the movement over the last 5 years, as well as the outlook of the future, hereby resolves and declare as follows. 1, to unanimously adopt the inspiring address of the national chairperson as a strategic visionary document of the movement, reflecting our to unanimously adopt the inspiring address of the national chairperson as a strategic visionary document of the movement, reflecting our revolutionary past and a transformed future of a united Africa. 2, to reflect upon and note the emphasis of the national chairperson on critical points in the development of the country, including the 17-fold growth of the national economy, overall growth in production and service value addition, the move into a knowledge economy. We also note that the peace we have underlines all that we intend to do to anchor the development process we are achieving. Number 3, the conference focused on the following as we look to the future. 1, peace and stability of Africa, East Africa and Uganda. Development agenda that should be pro-people. Wealth creation, ICT for job creation, services, opening market avenues, and encouraging our people to adopt and accept industrialization as we empower them to supply the necessary inputs to industrialization. Number 4, to reaffirm our commitment to accelerated integration of Africa and thereby ensure our strategic security and future. Number 5, to most warmly welcome the leaders from the fraternal and revolutionary parties who have joined us today, namely the African National Congress, the RPF, the UDA, the CDD Party of Burundi, Sahrawi Republic, the Venezuela Party, SPLM, SPLA, the Russian Party movement. Number 7, to strongly condemn criminality, bribery, and any kind of electoral malpractice, and further to endorse the urgent investigation of related reports. Number 8, to place on record that we have evaluated candidates proposed to the conference, and the conference hereby unanimously endorse the candidates as follows. Number 1, the conference endorsed His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the national chairman of the National Resistance Movement Party. Number 2, the conference in the same His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the national chairman of the National Resistance Movement Party. Number 2, the conference in the same spirit fully endorse His Excellency General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni as the presidential candidate for the National Resistance Movement Party for 2026 general election. In the same spirit, the conference receive and approve the nomination of Alhaji Moses Chigongo as the first national vice chairman of the party. Number 10, the conference received the resolutions of the election of persons to the positions of second national vice chairperson, female, vice chairpersons representing Eastern Uganda, Central Uganda, Northern Uganda, Western Uganda, Kampala, and Karamoja regions of Uganda. In the same spirit, it also received the results of the elections for the The national chairman would like to communicate.
Hello. It should be endorsed or elected. There were two. There was endorsement, but there was also election. So the introduction should be amended.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We shall amend. The categories of the leaders elected are the ones I've started reading, but the first two were those endorsed by the conference. So I was saying the conference received the results of the elections of persons to the positions of second national vice chairperson, female, vice chairpersons representing Eastern Uganda, Central Uganda, Northern Uganda, Western Uganda, Kampala region, and Karamoja sub-region. In the same spirit, the conference received the results of the elections of persons who were elected as chairpersons of the various special organs of the party. The first is the second national vice chairperson, female, who was elected by this conference, and that is none other than the Right Honorable Anite Annette Among. The vice chairperson representing Eastern Uganda, elected by this conference, is none other than Mr. Eshodu David Calvin. The vice chairperson representing Central Uganda, who was elected by this conference, is none other than Honorable Cheyune Aruna Kasolo. The vice chairperson of the party elected by this conference, representing Northern Uganda, is none other than Honorable Amson Dennis Oboa. The vice chairperson for Western Uganda, elected by this conference, is none other than Mr. Asimwe Jonat. The vice chairman representing Karamoja, elected by this conference, is none other than Mr. Loki John Baptist. The vice chairperson representing Kampala, elected by this conference, is none other than Mr. Uhuru Salim Sad. Mr. Chairman and dear delegates, the conference equally received the results of the election of the special organs national chairpersons. And these leaders are the chairperson representing Historical Leaders Forum, elected by this conference, is none other than Colonel retired Tom Butime. The chairperson elected to represent the persons with disabilities in this conference is none other than Mr. Mwanje Shafik. The chairperson representing the Women's League, elected by this conference, is none other than Ms. Kobusinje Adrian. The chairperson elected in this conference representing the youth is none other than Mr. Tanga Collins. There were reports which the national chairman has taken over, and he will make his communication in this conference and his ruling over that matter. In that election, the national chairman guided that legally, once an election result has been announced, it has to go through the legal challenges for it to be removed. So we follow legal process, and there is already a petition, and that will be handled through the petition. The chairperson elected to represent the Workers' League in this conference is none other than Mr. Arinaitwe Katambuka Rwakajara. The national chairperson elected in this conference representing elders is none other than Honorable Businje Penina Kabingani. The chairperson Veterans League elected by this conference is none other than Mr. Mushabe Moses. Mr. Chairman and members, this is the resolution for the conference. The chairman under the party constitution has the mandate and prerogative to nominate 5 eminent people to attend the Central Executive Committee on behalf of the party. May I invite the newly elected SEC members to present themselves before the national chairman and the conference. We shall have a photo moment with the newly elected leaders.
Hello.
Hello.
Put my microphone on. Put my microphone on. Okay. Okay, young people. Okay, young people.
Can
Okay, young people.
Can we listen to the national chairman, young people? Your matter is before the national chairman. He has communication for you. Henry Moye, let us keep quiet and listen to the national chairman. Order. Dear young people, can we listen to the national chairman? He has a ruling on your matter. If you care, you would listen. If you care, you would listen to the national chairman who has a message on the issue you are raising.
Okay, shut up now. Shut up.
Young people, can you keep quiet?
Shut up now. Enough. Waambie vijana waache.
Listen.
Okay, shut up now. Shut up. And sit down, all of you. The objection of the youth about the boy who was elected is noted. Listen carefully. The boy who was elected, I have noted the objection of the youth, but when I checked with the lawyers, once somebody is announced, the only way you can remove them is through a petition. And you can put it in the resolution here, you can amend the resolution, and you put that the election of the youth delegate is contested and is now before the tribunal. And the tribunal will decide. If we decide, we will see how they will decide, but I think there is a way it can be decided. So you wait for, we cannot do anything which is not legal. If I had the power to order anything, I would have ordered, but I don't have that power, and nobody has except the tribunal. So therefore, let's have an amendment to the resolution to say that the election of the youth is contested and is now before the tribunal. I think the lawyer, there is no problem with that. Lawyer, any problem with that?
Director Legal.
Is that correct legally? Yes, so my young people, your objection will be part of this resolution. Yes, the names were read. All the names have no problem, or even if they have problem, they will be handled under the law. But the one of the youth was particularly annoying to a big section, and it will be handled by the tribunal. Okay? The conference supports that? The conference supports that? The conference, those in favor say aye. Those against say no. The ayes have it.
Thank you.
Yes, you have said no, but the majority have said yes. So the ayes have it. Thank you. So the resolution is adopted as amended.
Thank you.
Those in favor say aye. The whole conference, those who support the resolution, stand up.
May those in favor of the resolution as amended stand up.
The majority supports, so the resolution passes as amended.
Thank you.
Now let's have a photograph here.
We start with the Central Executive Committee members who have just been elected, the Regional Vice Chairperson, the first National Vice Chairperson of the party, the second National Vice Chairperson of the party, and the Regional Vice Chairpersons, and later on the Chairpersons of the various leagues. As we do that, the national chairman will communicate when we shall conclude elections of the Youth League and the Entrepreneurs League. We want this to be done as soon as possible, and that will be done at the cost to the party. After this session, we shall therefore invite the national chairman to give his keynote speech. After the photo moment, I would request that the organizing committee should move in front. Members from the party secretariat and electoral commission, you have to come in front. I need to introduce you to this powerful conference. We thank you so much for working so hard day and night for putting up things together. Before the keynote address by the national chairman, I request that I introduce you to the conference. And therefore, I request that members of the organizing committee and leaders of the party secretariat should move in front. Your Excellency, in this conference, we have a section for babies, and by yesterday I checked, we had close to 649 babies in attendance with their mothers. Thank you so much for producing, you NRM members. Next session, we want more babies. We also have a sick bay. We have members who are not feeling well and have been attended to. Unfortunately, to you members, we lost one of the delegates on the day of accreditation. He comes from Kwen. I will get the details and mention we shall be burying him in a few days' time. He came with some conditions, and unfortunately, when we referred him to the hospital, he could not make it. And we pray that his soul finds solace before the juries in heaven. The organizing committees and leaders of the secretariat, please, I'm waiting for you wherever you are. If not, you'll miss the opportunity to be known by powerful people of the conference. Can I have senior leaders of the party secretariat here, members of the organizing committee? Thank you so much for working so hard. The secretariat members come to my right, and members of the organizing committee to my left. I recognize the diaspora executive members and members who came for this conference from all parts of the world. We shall have a conversation with you on how we shall organize election of your league in the near future. But very soon we shall have election to complete election of the Youth League and also election of the Entrepreneurs League. Thank you for acknowledging that. At times you also know good things. Dear delegates, allow me introduce my colleagues at the party head office. I thank them so much. The national chairman would like to communicate to us.
I will have a picture with those group afterwards. I will have a picture with you afterwards. So, sit down, sit down. Her Excellency, the Vice President, Her Excellency, the Vice President, the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, the Vice Chairpersons of the NRM, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, all members of SEC, all members of NEC, all members of the National Conference. I congratulate all of you for the huge exercise we have just gone through. This exercise started with the elections of the branches. It started on the 6th of May. I myself, I went to Rwaktura, and I was part of our village meeting in Rwaktura. And in those meetings, as you heard the Secretary General saying, we found we had more than 20 million members of our party. And 18.5 million of them are voters. So this is a big resource which we should not play around with. Now, those people who make mistakes, who do things carelessly, are really interfering with the work. Because these 20 million members of the NRM want justice, want fairness, want the truth. They don't want lies, they don't want favoritism, they don't want corruption. That's why you hear those young people making noise. I will follow up their noise, but to do it legally. I cannot do things illegally. The Banyankole say, "Itakabajire tebanyama." You cannot see a cow walking and you say it is meat. You wait until it is slaughtered, that's when you call it meat. So if somebody is accused of corruption, you don't condemn him until he is accused, but not condemned, until he is condemned with facts. So all these cases, there are other cases which I had people complaining about, but they will be investigated, all of them, and action will be taken. So therefore, I want to appeal to all leaders. Stop, Banyankole called it oktokoza. Oktokoza is when you have got like a drink and something falls in the drink. That's oktokora, a pollution. Nobody should pollute our NRM with bad behavior. The use of money, corruption must be condemned. And we shall be educating everybody that this should stop. But in some cases, we may even take legal action and criminal action. So I'm very happy about the huge membership of huge number of our members, more than 20 million, if you include some of the teenagers. But the voters by May were 18.5 million. So please, reject corruption like the young people are complaining. We shall handle their issue. Reject, that's part of the resistance. Thank you for being members of the resistance movement. The young people, by resisting what you think was wrong, you are becoming true members of the national resistance movement. But the question is, how do you do it? How do you do it? You must do it in the right way. That's why you hear that before we went to the bush, we warned the UPC many times. Because we didn't want to be blamed. That's why did you start fighting when there was a possibility of dialogue. We had to warn them publicly, UPC, if you do this, we are going to fight. They didn't believe it. And when we started the war, nobody could blame us because we had warned everybody. So, it is good to resist, but you resist in what way? This is the first point. This is a very good chance for Uganda, when you have got such a powerful political organization. This is more than 80% of the population of the voters of Uganda. They are all in the NRM. So please don't annoy them with the wrong actions. Don't annoy our members. Don't annoy our members. Don't annoy our members with injustice, with corruption. When you do that, you divide us. Therefore, all these cases of corruption, we shall investigate them. And we have already taken action. We have arrested some of the people who were involved. They are already arrested, quite a number of them. So this is number one. It's a very big achievement. It has never happened in the history of Uganda to have so many of our people united. The second point is what I told you yesterday. There are so many things to talk about. Even the leaders who get political problems, we find that the population are no longer listening to you and they vote against you. It is because you don't listen to the NRM message. What I said yesterday, the words, the 7 words. Number 1, peace, no war. But no war is assured by the army, by UPDF. That's why we have no war here. Anybody who tries to bring war here, we shall defeat him because we have got the capacity, which we have built over the last 50 years. The last 50 years, we have built that capacity. But there is crime, not war, but crime. You, the leaders, because we are all leaders, we, the leaders of the NRM, according to Todong, we are 2.4 million. Can you imagine? 2.4 million leaders. If you start with the village leaders, you start with all, we are 2.4 million. Very big number. So wherever you are, don't allow the police to sit on crime. Something bad happens, they do nothing. A thief is arrested for stealing pigs and so on, or PDM, and is given a police bond. Say no. Tell them that stop this. You won't accept it. And you tell the LC3, because the LC3 are there. Tell the MP, so that the matter comes up to the center. So, peace, you have got a role to play by monitoring. The army is handling the war problems, but the crime should be handled by the police, and if the police are not doing it, you are the ones who are nearest to monitor them. So peace. Number 2, development. Donglobo, Apol, Enkurakurana, Entunguka. This one is mainly things which are collective. Infrastructure for economy, the roads and so on, and social infrastructure in the form of social infrastructure in the form of schools and health centers. Now, especially for the feeder roads and the health centers and the schools, you can monitor that so that they are kept in good condition, they are repaired. There's been some slackness in reconstructing some of the tarmac roads, like the road from Mitana to Fort Portal has lagged behind, but they are going to do it. There was a mistake in the delay. But for the Malam roads, we are saving 1.3 billion for each district. There's no reason why the rural Malam roads should not be maintained. When I was in Bunyangabu, the leader there started talking of making a new bridge across a swamp. Please, the money we are sending you, 1.3 billion, is not for making new roads or making bridges. It is for maintaining the existing ones in good condition. So please, especially the leader at the district level, monitor that. That is on the side of Enkurakurana, Donglobo, and Tunguka. But as I told you yesterday, you don't sleep on a tarmac road at night. You don't sleep in a hospital. You don't sleep in a school. Yes, they are there, they are good, but you stay in your own home. So what is happening in your home? That's why we tell you, please, understand the importance of understand the importance of wealth, Obugaga, Lonyo, Obugeiga, Abar, in Atos and Akaramajong. Wealth is the one which is yours as an individual, as a family, as a company. There may be there are many tarmac roads in Kampala here. But the ghetto boys whom you hear, the ghetto children, who are very poor, are here in Kampala. Tarmac roads are here, piped water is here, electricity is here, but the ghettos are also here. The Bayai. So that those tarmac roads don't solve their problem. So that's why we are saying, please, please, you the leaders, understand the issue of wealth. Every home must have some wealth. The government is sending money in the PDM. 100 million per parish. In 5 years, it will be 500 million in each parish. And in the third year of the program, those who got the first 1 million will pay back. So by the end of the 5 years, you will get another 300 million. Altogether, 800 million shillings in a parish. This is a beginning. But if you do it well, you can even add more money per parish. Instead of 100 million, you can say 200 million. And it will change people's lives. So your role as a leader is not to give the people money. The role as a leader is to make sure that the people who are supposed to get PDM get it. And they get the full amount. Nobody deducts anything from their money. And that they use it for that purpose. And later on, after 2 years, they bring it back. The disgruntlement, which sometimes we get in the country, is because the local elite leave out some people. There are people who are not very prominent, who are ignored. The screen here can show us the boy of Kanungu, Nyamirama. When I was doing the PDM, you can hear what he was saying. That boy.
Banyita ayesigwa Kenesi njo muri sero ya Kazindero Eastern Ward Nyamirama Kanungu district bero kuna benyaho mucunguzi with president yatamu yathosinja ngo parish modo tubachi tweje saba district twachi kwata watu lyaho iyo twataga maunenyi ngikoza kuchitunga kwa yenyima itwenka abantu benyima twatatungezo set akaisha nadi zitazitunga hija zatazitunga onka parish modo kija kuchungura watu ya turavocha amasemu gitu.
Now you hear what that boy is saying in Unyankole Chiga. He's saying itobantu benyima. We people in the local language say from behind, meaning the not so prominent. Itobantu benyima tukabatatunga programs of government. NADS came, abantu benyima never got any benefit from NADS. So the danger you have in your areas is to work with the local elite, the local people, the local traders, the local rich people, the local civil servants, even the political leaders, and you forget people like that boy there. We the people from the high, about 1C. If you speak of God, you say about 1C. We people who are not disadvantaged, we are not getting that money. Now PDM, for the first time, he was saying that they are getting the money. So if all the families get involved in wealth creation, it will be good for you politically, but good for the country also. That is the third word. Lonyo, Abar, Obgeiga, Obgaga, please make sure that all the homes in your area, in each parish, get involved in wealth creation, one by one. If there are those which are not yet touched, they will have hope because they will see the others. The fourth word I told you yesterday was jobs. I don't want to repeat what I said because I showed it to you here, where jobs come from. Then services. Obuereza, meaning what the people want from the government. I've told you about peace, no crime. They want that. But also drugs in the hospital. Those lack of drugs annoys people. Then the school fees. In the coming term of office, I want us to abolish school fees in government schools. We must really support this and oppose the local elite. The local elite are the ones who sit in PTA, and they say, no, everybody must contribute. Everybody must. One time, I had a meeting in Ibanda at a place called Kaihangara, and we had a big public meeting there. And I talked about this, the issue of free education. There was like a teacher there who was saying, no, the parents must also contribute. Parents must also contribute. Then I said, but is it because I was speaking in Nyankore? Is it because they don't want tubarukwenda ninga tubarukubasa? Is it because they don't want, or is it because they are not capable? They don't have the capacity. That teacher, she was a woman, said, no, they don't want tubarukwenda. Then I asked the majority, 80%, and the answer was, no, tuturukubasa. We can't manage. So if your people don't have the capacity yet to pay these school fees, why don't we have a two-staged program? Number one, we provide free education in government schools, completely free. In government schools for maybe 10 years, 15 years. Then at the same time, we're empowering the homesteads with the PDM and other programs. Then, after 10 years, if they are able to pay for the children in private schools, the government can withdraw slowly. But now, that's how you have got a problem of so many people who drop out of school. So that issue of free education is very crucial to maintain our close relationship with the people. Then the issue of the roads, I've talked about it. You need to handle that. These bad roads annoy people. So you should put pressure on the local government to make sure that these roads are maintained. Now, the other issue which disturbs people may be water, safe water. Our plan is to have like 2 sources of safe water per village. Let us push that per village, either borehole or a piped water or a protected well, but 2 per village. If we do this, you will see there will be total harmony in Uganda. Where this is done, you find literal opposition. Even you as leaders, you try this, you will see. There will be no opposition. People will be so happy with you. I showed you yesterday the picture of Yamkama. I don't want to. They can bring back Yamkama with those workers only, not the other thing. If that picture of Yamkama and the workers. Bunyoro has been divided between the Banyoro and the immigrants who came from other areas called Bafuriki. But if you see the workforce of Yamkama, many of them are Bafumbira, Bachiga, They are very, very happy, very, very close together. You can see those young people who are working there. Most of those I talk to them, they are not Banyoro. They are what you call Abafuruchi. But because Biamkama has solved their problem, they are very much united. So therefore, I want to conclude. I don't want to. I gave you the booklet yesterday. I gave you the booklet yesterday. The only other point which I added in that booklet was the market of our products, which is what we are discussing with our African brothers in Kenya, South Sudan, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, Somalia. If you produce, is the internal market enough? If the internal market is not enough, who will buy what you are producing? That one is also in that document of yesterday. And then finally, the issue of the federation, political federation for strategic security. I don't want to repeat this because I talked about it yesterday. Now, regarding organizational issues, I will get separate today and address this issue, the organizational issues, how to run the party, and so on. So, I thank you, I congratulate everybody, and I thank you for supporting my candidature as chairman of the NRM for the next 5 years, and as flag bearer for next year. Thank you very much. Lubanga Kony. Katonda abayambe. Were asimibwe. Eyalama edeke. Langa yabazibwe. Langa, God keep you and go safely. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and may we give our national chairman and the president a better round of applause. Asante sana. Thank you for keeping us. Thank you for always loving us. And members, just brief announcements before we depart. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the invited members. Thank you for keeping us fit, Your Excellency, and thank you for keeping fit. Just some brief announcements. We have given forms for presidential nomination for collection of signatures to the district chairpersons. We shall need those forms back as quick as possible. We are preparing the process of launching our manifesto for the campaigns. We shall also re-invite a few of you leaders for the launch. Nominations for presidential candidates, for members of parliament, for LC5 chairmen. You all know the dates. You are candidates. We need to endorse your papers before your due date. For the youth, the way I said, we are going to have your election as soon as possible so that we get your flag bearers for the other positions and fill the gaps and correct the mistakes which could have been created. For entrepreneurs, we shall also do the same, and this will be done very soon. Keep your phones alert, we shall call you, and we have 1 day of clearing all this backlog. With this, we thank you for coming, and may we rise for the anthem.
Hello. On the issue of the youth, I want to ask the lawyer who is here, if we found that the boy who was elected wrongly, Do you have to have fresh elections, or it can be cancelled and you announce the other one?
Your Excellency, sir, according to the rules, if it is found that a wrong person was declared other than the person that won, then the tribunal has the power to declare the proper winner. If the tribunal cannot determine that, then it would order a fresh election.
Yes, so, hello, young people, you know I'm now 80 years old, miaka 8, no blood pressure, no that's why you see, if you want to run, you say how I can challenge you here. This is because I don't worry myself so much. If some problem comes, I handle it rationally, not emotionally. So this issue is simple, facts will come, and it will be handled. You don't have to have blood pressure among yourselves over this. Because the mistake that happened here on earth, they didn't happen in heaven. We can trace back and see what happened. Okay, youth, thank you for supporting my amendment. We have now joined the majority of the National Conference to support the amendment. Support the amendment on the resolution. You support? That's cut on the other way.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you so much, and thank you to the young people. Allow me introduce my members and the organizing committee. And sir, I also ask that you take a photo with the executives of the elected league members who are here. The other leagues have elected members, and we would also like to take a photo with you. So their chairpersons will lead their members as I introduce members of the organizing committee and the secretariat. May I request my colleagues from the secretariat to come here, and members of the organizing committee, please move a bit faster because we don't have much time. We need to move and close the sessions. We have the Right Honorable Deputy Secretary General of the party, Right Honorable Namayanja Rose Nsereko. Thank you so much for standing firm and organizing this and coordinating all the activities that were assigned to you. Thank you so much. We have Honorable Emmanuel Dombolomala, the Director of Media and Public Relations at the party. Whatever you've been seeing out there was his work, and thank you so much. We have the Director of Legal Services for the party, Counsel Enoch Barata, and is the one going to pursue the matter before the tribunal. And we need it very quick so that we call the youth back to complete their activities. I have members of the secretariat come to my right. Organizing committees to the left. We have the National Treasurer for the party, Ambassador Barbara Nekesa. Thank you so much for providing all the funds that were needed, and may God bless you. We have the Deputy National Treasurer, Honorable Jacqueline Chatuaire. I have Comrade Awich Paula. Awich is the Director, External Relations at the party. Thank you for bringing our visitors and make sure they are well and kept comfortable. We have Comrade After introduction, we shall sing the anthems and we shall move that side for the photos. So very fast I close and we sing the anthems. We have Comrade retired Major Okwi Raboni, the Director for Institutions at the party. We have Ajat Medina Uzale, dressed in a very smart way, like she's the Director Administration. And we have the Director, Office of the National Chairman at Chambogo, Ajat Namialo, and all you senior leaders of the party. And dear organizing committee members, wave. Mzee is already standing, you wave to him. Thank you so much for organizing the conference and may God bless you. Dear delegates, may we rise for the anthems in reverse order, and the members have mentioned will move to take photos with Mzee. And we wish you all the best. We have lunch. Make sure you eat lunch before you go, and greetings to your families. Thank you. Hello. Anthems.
Hello. Even that group should come and have a picture with them. That group, we are group there. After the anthems.
Thank you. We have IDs. If you don't have your national ID, please pass here. There are some IDs that were found. Your Excellency, I request that you take a group photo with the organizing committee, the team from the Secretariat, and the executives of the leagues that were elected. Few photos and then we move. Ms. Eunice Ogwang, your ID is here. Olanya Walter, your ID is here. Akampulira Kenneth, your ID is here. Okelo